Welcome back to Politricks Watch. This is Sir Q. Now you may be wondering, hold on, Sir Q? People, we have to change the name. We have to change the name and get a new identity. Right now, I'm currently in the witness protection program because it look like one of the World Shepherd online groupie / sprats decides them out for me people. So right now, we're locked down and a heavy lock and key in protective custody, hiding from one of the World Shepherd sprat them. Because if you look on your screen right now, you will see the conversation I had with one of his groupies who were sending all kind of serious digital threats. You know, those virtual threats. People, we have to laugh. If you're going to threaten me, at least be entertaining, right? This kind of boring wannabe tough guy talk, it's not getting anywhere. Please, I enjoy a good threat, but at least make it entertaining. So speaking about changing name and protective custody, today I'm going to talk about a topic that a lot of people don't really talk about in the mainstream. And it's the fact that gang members, 87s, criminals, badmen, whatever you want to call them, are the biggest informers of them all. Now, some people, especially if you come from certain communities, you might already know that. But depending on where you're from and what you're used to hearing all your life, you might be a bit surprised because, you know, growing up, all you hear is that Informa for Dedd, right? And do not get it twisted. Music helped to shape the culture that said Informa for Dedd. People who were not raised in inner-city communities were not familiar with the mindset that people who talk to the police must dead until it was introduced to them by music. Music can do good, music can do bad. Let's be honest, the Informa for Dedd culture was spread in Jamaica through music. The first time you probably heard the words Informa for Dedd and people who talk to police for dead, the first time you heard that was through music, right? Now, people, gang members are the biggest informers of them all. Why do I say that? See, when gunman da road and them free, them love kick down people door and go in pan them and fire 100 shot and who forget cut up and who forget split up in a two and head fling all about the place. So them go on because them claim say them hate informers. Them claim say them not like nobody who talk to the police. Them claim say people who give police information must be washed up in the rivers all over Jamaica. The funny thing about that is, when them get catch, they turn out to be the biggest informers of them all. Remember over there in Spanish Town, when clans cut off the woman head and her daughter, right? The lady by the name of Charmaine Ratchery and her daughter, Joy Lynch, right? They did it because them claim say the people them are informer. Now, all of those individuals who they get catch, when them drop behind bars and them hear the charge them or go drop on them head top. Remember, you know, people, these were the men who were originally sentenced to death and then plead down, you know, right? A lot of people didn't know that Jamaica actually still has a death penalty. It's just not, how do you say, that's not being enforced. The body does not get sent to be executed. Where Jamaica does have the death penalty in place as it stands right now. However, criminals can plead them way out of it. And the man them who they get catch in this thing, when them get catch, the first thing them start do is leak like a water commission truck. Remember, you know? Them claim say the woman and her daughter informer. But when them get catch and them hear the years where they depend them head up, and them years say they might even end up go face the gallows, man start leak like a truck. People, any gang you want to think about, whether it's clans, one order, whether it's Stone Crusher, presidential clique, it doesn't matter. The biggest informers the police have at their disposal are other gang members. They are the state's #1 asset when it comes down to giving information. This is not even unique to Jamaica. This is unique to badman culture anywhere you go in the world. Whether you want to go, you can go over America if you want. Go look upon even the Italian Costa Nostra. right? And the brother with him they call Sammy the Bull, right? This brother here was going around licking down people left, right and center. And when they hold on upon him, right, the man go on like him want to take over the title from Ratos Kratos, right? The man start leak like one of them happy ice machine the way you see by the gas station, you know the happy ice machine always in the corner. I saw Sammy the Bull start leak. And Sammy the Bull was a man who was notorious. He was feared. The man that used to go around go kill Informa. And when he get catch, what him do? Start Inform. We can go back to Ratos Kratos, right? The infamous Ratos Kratos, a good friend of the channel by the way. Ratos Kratos did our road. I kill much people, left, right and center. Claims him a bad man, right? Do people this and that. If them even see or talk to police, then come for you. People remember, you know, Spanish some people can tell you. Clans and one another, them just need to see. Like you like talk to one police one time. And then come for you. That's all it take. They don't have to give no police information no. Then just have to see one time. As a matter of fact, people, girls, females lose them life at Spanish Town because 87 see them attack the police. Police will look them. You know Jamaica already. Police look woman for the job. Police will look them and 87 see police and woman have conversation and come to the conclusion say the woman are Informa and then go on there go kill them. Spanish some people can't tell about this. Right? As a matter of fact, one of the quickest way them used to set up people's life is to throw the Informa title upon them. See when they want to get rid of somebody, it go as far, and I said some of these stories might sound far-fetched. It go as far as 87 will look woman. The woman no want them, right? And them see the woman attack the police and go tell other clansmen, right? Say the girl are Informa, right? And the girl like get the police information and make the man them go kill the woman. When originally it was out of bitterness and jealousy, so the woman never want her. The woman never want him. These are real stories from Spanish Town. As I said, people, Simon would say, I make up things to get views. But Spanish Town people tell you, man use the Informa card to make enough people lose them life. All people who not give no information to police to the point that right now, people from Spanish Town, people from certain part of St. James, people from West Kingston, right now if a police stop at them foot, them probably run. Because them don't even want somebody see them might talk to police and go pass and them say them are quote unquote Informa. Which is so ironic that when these same criminals get locked up and go in front of the system, at them turn the biggest informers. They are the biggest informers. Right? Whether it's presidential clique, remember you know, when time them that sing Dodos. I wanna film dogs them did I testify in a court like a water commission truck, a leaking non-stop. People, whether it be Ratos, Kratos and Tesha, or as me say, Sammy the Bull, John Gotti, don't get it twisted, don't make the foolishness where you in a music trick you. Criminals, bad man, 87s, gang members are the biggest informers. And them give the most information. A lot of the things you hear me say on this channel sometimes. Some of the time, the reason why you can't go Google and find nothing is because enough of the time, our information we're in the system. Right? Only people who deal with certain investigators and intel man in the system know. Say, criminal pass on them information there. Criminals are the biggest informers. Now, I could talk about the Informa for Dedd culture. Now, music is very powerful. Very, very powerful. It can do good. It can do bad. But let's call it what it is. The Informa for Dedd culture was spread across Jamaica through music. Let me say it again. The Informa for Dedd culture was spread throughout Jamaican society and became embedded in Jamaican culture through music. It was certain DJs who spread the idea, say, talking to the police, if it did. Now, it is dying out. We have to give credit where it's deserved. It is dying out. You know why it's dying out? Because Jamaicans have realized a foolishness that can't make no sense. But think about badman music, 90s, early 2000s. What was the most common thing I used to hear? Informa for Dedd. a matter of fact, if you don't come from certain communities, the first time you would have heard those words was through songs. Nobody no grew up in a Havendale hearing them neighbor tell him saying Informa dead. You heard that through music. The stigma attached to talking to the police, it was implanted in your mind through music. Unless you come from certain place in a West Kingston, you come from certain place over East Kingston and even Northwest St. James and them place to be okay in that situation, maybe for a little bit, then your family might tell us, listen, don't talk to so and so because this might happen to you. Sure, I give some people that. But the majority of the island who never come from certain place, the implanting of the mindset and the culture, saying Informa Dedd, was from music. You heard that from music. Now I've said it many times on this channel and I'll say it again. Law-abiding people do not subscribe to badman theories and badman laws and badman code. Law-abiding people cannot be snitches. Ratos Kratos is a snitch. Cowboy from Dodos Case was a snitch. Sammy the Bull was a snitch. A snitch is somebody who take part in a foolishness and then when trouble reach them start leak like a water commission pipe. That is a snitch. A law-abiding citizen who sit down in them yard and see one man jump over one next neighbor yard and draw with them daughter, go fling her in a bush and do all kind of things and limb up her body, and then report that to the police, that is not a snitch. That is called being an upstanding citizen. Let me say that again, because I'm destroying that whole idea and mindset right now. And I've said it many times before. Law-abiding people cannot be snitches. A law-abiding man telling the police information that leads to the arrest of certain criminals, that's not snitching. That's called being an upstanding citizen. That's called being your brother's keeper. That's called neighborhood watch. What are you talking about? Law-abiding people are not bound by no street code. Never snitch is a street code. Just like how in the streets, if you lose a machine in a certain place, you have to buy back 1, buy back 2, buy back 3. That's street code. You cannot hold law-abiding people by street code. That's nonsense. That is why it has always annoyed me for years when me used to hear a man sing song and tell people say Informa Dedd. Because I don't understand how law-abiding people can even be considered informers. Law-abiding people who testify against criminals are witnesses. Criminals who turn on their friends are informers. Criminals who turn on their friends are snitches. Let me say that again. A law-abiding man just going about in business and see when time he jump the man fence or shoot the man pitney or do this and that, and then he goes and testify against you. That man is a witness. That man is an upstanding citizen. A criminal who 5 of them go up on a mission, and when they get catch, one of them turn around and start leak on the other 4, that is an informer. That is a snitch. Stop holding law-abiding people by street code. That is ridiculous. Enough people who Jamaican people think they're loyal, because they're in a jail now and people are praising them, say, yo, I'm loyal to him, friendly. Let me tell you something, the reason why I'm in there is because the government don't want him information. No matter people, it's not everybody get the option to be a snitch, you know. Someone couldn't even become a snitch even if they wanted to, because of them the government wants sink. Right? That is why Ratos Kratos, for all his crimes, the state give him this and give him that and give him reduced sentence because Atesha Miller them really want. That is why America did give Sammy the Bull the amazing deal he got because of John Gotti them did want. Right? Enough of them man, if they could snitch, they would. So people, just to reaffirm, put it out there. The biggest informers are gang members. 87s, bad man. Nobody no leak like them. And let me tell you this, people. 87s even leak before them end up got jail. Enough 87 inform upon them fellow criminals, the police go kill them. Enough people don't know that. Enough criminals call police and inform upon them other criminals to make police come kill that criminal. People, Badman 87s, they are the state's greatest assets. They are police greatest assets. When police really want to know what go on, a bad man them call. And if the bad man want survive certain way, he may call name. But they not talk about code system, they talk about in the streets. Police would call, yo, I will mash the works once and kill the people them. You know, sir, blacks, I me tell blacks. Alright, cool. And police go mash up blacks. People, I know. It's not what you see in the movies, it's not what you hear in music, but trust me. Batman, 87 criminals are the biggest informers. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.